Alrighty guys, now I'm going to go ahead and share you a couple of ideas from the book by Dr. Wayne Dyer, You'll See It When You Believe It. And the beginning pages of it were very, very insightful. And I wanted just to share some ideas from the book itself. So far in the beginning, right, it says if you want to start changing the way you see things and changing the way your mind works, because everybody's mind is different. There's certain tips that he wants to give in the beginning of it, in order for you to access that part of your way of, he believes everybody has that point where they can be open to anything, but you have to get there. So for example, I'm gonna give you a couple of tips here so you could take it away in this Friday afternoon. Like for example, he gets, make an effort to get out of your comfort zone. I think I've learned that, me making these videos, I'm uncomfortable as fuck. Excuse my language, but I've gotten better as I've produced more. But in the beginning, it's tough. It's like you're not used to seeing yourself on camera. You're not used to hearing yourself talk. I still cringe in my voice in my videos. I still feel like I can do a lot better. So that's something you want to go ahead and push yourself to be a little bit more out of your comfort zone, and be as uncomfortable as possible in order to learn more about yourself, because that is where your mind starts running and you start learning how your mind has certain fears, certain doubts, certain things that you never knew you had unless you get out of that comfort zone. And another tip he says here is like stop labeling yourself, right? I had a live not too long ago with the Happy Doc podcast, and he states that he's a physician, and he's like, we're not labels, we are just humans, right? Doing the best we can, but we don't, we're not our labels. And the less you label yourself, the more compassion you have for yourself, and you have compassion more for others, right? And that is something I'm learning big time. Another takeaway here in the beginning, he talks about stop the, not stop, but to try to be less judgmental of others. My journey here, and it's growing my marketing and growing the company itself. It's something that you have to learn, that you have to be but have to be able to connect with others and have relationships with other people, other individuals, and sometimes you have to make connections with, most of the time with strangers. So you have to stop the judgmental behavior, or even the judgmental thoughts of others, because that would be the impediment of your success, because you won't be able to connect with others if you have judgments already of others regarding of what part of the country they come from. Maybe they act differently, maybe they talk differently than you. You have to let that go in order to be more authentic and more relatable, and be able to connect with others at a higher level. This way you can actually open up opportunities and doors that weren't there otherwise. So the letting go of the judgment is very, very important for all of us in any part of life you're in, right? And also he says, make sure every day to try to get rid of your own judgment and your own negativity in your thoughts. Like try to catch them and try to let them go, because that won't produce anything good, and it won't make you any happier. So you have to let that go. And it's something that we all suffer from. I think we all have those negative thoughts come up, and judgments of ourselves, where we at, where we should be. These things all come up. If they don't, you're not human, right? And basically, really, really sit down with yourself, see how you treat your physical body, right? What are your habits? Like, do you try to get some physical activity in the morning? Do you get some activity daily? Do you try to eat a little bit, less junk food, as they say? Do you try to actually think about what goes into your body? How do you treat it? Really think about how you treat your body. How do you view yourself? And he said that makes a huge impact on how you view others, right? And last but not least, try to find some time for yourself to sit down in silence and really tap into your higher self, where all the magic happens. And if you don't believe me, look into anybody that's very successful, anybody that has some type of ability that you look up to, and I'm pretty sure that is some type of mindfulness is there, some type of way daily, and very important. So I'll see you guys next time with the next review of the book. Stay tuned, guys. Peace.